Hi everyone, my name is Ijeoma Ucheibe and welcome to my channel where I talk about everything human resource related and its intersection with the law. Yes, I got into a little bit of trouble with I think that was the last two videos I posted where I dissed companies who were fond of keeping candidates waiting because they were trying to test their patience level. And some people came for me in my DMs. But of course I was ready with advice. Of course, I fight no one. I come in peace. I just felt it was something that I had to address because it's been going on for too long, and I feel like even some HR professionals, yes, you HR professionals looking at this video, encourage this practice. So it was something that I had to speak to from my own perspective. Well, I drew upon one of my personal experiences, and I just felt it was something that we needed to stop doing. Now, to the topic of today, unpaid internships. Oh my god, I saw something on Instagram yet again. I know, do I ever sleep? And it just feels like when I'm thinking about the next topic to talk about, something just pops at me. It's always on Instagram and it's always on social media. It just feels like these days everyone wants to get online to air their grievances with the company and most likely HR. They're always having issues with us. And sometimes, do I blame employees for going out there when they feel like they cannot come to us? No, I don't. But before I start talking about unpaid internships and why I just feel like it is practice that needs to be stopped, if you observe on this channel, we've been posting a lot of videos like recently every week. From September, when I come back from writing my exams, yay! I'm almost writing these exams close. I may have written it, well, I'm about to write it, but I won't let you know. I want you to guess. But from September, we're coming up with a new revamped look on this channel, guys. Like, oh my god, I am so excited. You do not even know what's going to hit you. But I'm trying to make it a little bit more interactive, a little bit more professional, and most importantly, I'm geared to give you quality content. So I'm bringing on board a professional to handle shooting, editing, and while I'm saddled with the, of course, onerous task of creating content. Unpaid internships. We have an internship program at my firm that we run, and we actually have like an activity report that the intern has to turn in at the end of the week to his or her supervisor, who then approves, and then I sign off as the HR professional on ground for finance to pay them for the week. Now, the first thing that informed us having this very robust program was we wanted a situation where people were not just thrust into the workplace without basic skills that they needed to have after becoming a lawyer or even prior to becoming a lawyer. You have lawyers not knowing how to type, lawyers not knowing how to draft simple letters, lawyers not knowing how to even send a simple email, not even know how to craft a subject. Things like this that you take for granted, I take for granted because I learned the hard way, are things that we need to teach. Not just lawyers, because I work in a law firm, so I'm partial to lawyers, but then again, people who come to an organization, do you have an internship program in place? These are things that I feel you should put in place. Then if you don't have one, we could talk in camera. I would guide you on how we could have one set up at your organization. It has been proven to have a lot of benefits for both the intern and the organization in the long run, especially when it comes to employer branding. So I saw this comment, yeah, you can see it, where some organization called, I think something in India, I will put it in my description box, were called out for exploiting interns by not paying them for their time and work. And the best way, I don't know who handles their communications, because that's another subject I'm going to talking about intersection of communication and HR, right? Advised them to put out an Instagram post saying these so-called exploited interns were not being exploited, but that they were happy to actually work for the organization, which I felt was a lot of, using the word that I would try not to say out loud, is a lot of BS. How do you tell someone to come and work for you as an intern, or an intern offers to come and intern at your company, and you're not thinking of, oh, even if it's just a stipend, let me give this person to augment whatever he or she is using, even if that's transportation. You're not paying for their work, right? I'm not asking you to pay them a salary, even if rightfully that should be so. So when I saw that, I was very disgusted by the whole thing. Like, it's bad enough that you've been called out for a bad behavior. This is the part where you need to go back to the drawing board and do better, or better still, do not have interns if you know that you're not able to pay them. In this era of everyone trying to be all woke and trying to be smart and trying to garner skills, it will not be nice for an intern to come work for your organization, for instance, and live with that mindset that, oh, this person just like to take advantage of interns. It is not going to be a good look for your brand, ultimately. And that's why I was very disgusted. I was very, very pissed. And as much as I tried not to comment on their page, right? I felt okay, I had to address this in a video. Because I know that a lot of Nigerian organizations, yes, you HR looking at me, you are guilty of this. Especially when the bigger the brand, there's this, oh my God, oh, she's coming to work for so and so brand, which is very huge in the Nigerian market. And you just think, because of, in quotes, the knowledge you are passing across to them, they don't need to be paid. No, sis. No, bro. I'm trying not to use the lingo, but I think I need to use this lingo. It is unfair practice for you to have an intern in your organization without actually thinking of how to take care of their compensation. It is not cast in stone that you must do it, but it's only best. It only just makes you look good. Not just in the eyes of the intern, right? Who you are taking care of, whatever it is that is going on with them, right? Financially, but also among your peers. There is this temptation to, want to have a flood of interns coming to work for you. Because either way, they gain the knowledge that made you stand out as an organization. You also have them gaining from the experience of working with you. Do you understand? So it's not something that you make it look like, if we don't pay them, after all this. No, that it happened in your time does not mean you must carry on that practice. I've had to intern at a law firm somewhere in the Southwest. I will not name the place. And I was not paid because I chose not to be paid. But what I knew that I got in return was I needed a space to read. And they had a robust library. And for me, that was enough payment. I decided, not because they did not want to pay. I didn't want the money because I knew the money was going to be a distraction for me. But let it be my own decision. Let it be the decision of the intern not to receive compensation. Not like it is a cast in stone policy for that organization not to pay. It is very unfair practice, and I see a lot of organizations doing it and getting away with it. And I'm like, for how long? Now you cannot even tell someone to intern. They are so bold about it. They actually put it up. I think I'm going to do like a screenshot of these things and put it up on my TikTok channel where I talk about HR under Naija HR Chic, the handle, and have like a screenshot of Nigerian organizations who have unpaid internships, and look for one very, very sweet term to make it look like, it's a juicy deal for you to come and intern with them without you having to receive payment. It doesn't make sense to me. And I know one person watching this thinking, Ijeoma, that you do it, there might be economic reasons for not. No. I would rather you don't even have an internship program than you having one where it feels like you are exploiting persons who have come willingly to learn. So if you are teaching, let's say this person works for you, would they get paid? The same thing we do when we pay our workers or our employees. That's the same thing you should also pay these interns. They are employees, how be it, but only that they are just there for a short while. They could be there for a week, they could be there for a month. For a week, most times they are being placed on work placement from their high schools or secondary schools. But either way, please, if you don't do it normally, please try to inculcate it into your program to start paying your interns. That's one. If you do it and you think it is not good enough what you are paying them, by all means, please increase the pay. But what I would not have is ultimately where we have organizations thinking it is normal, it is okay to just have interns that are unpaid. Then you come online to start saying, they are not being exploited, blah, 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 blah. It just surely shows that really it is a bad practice that you have decided. Sometimes I even ask myself, do you even have HR professionals in these organizations? What are they doing? I don't get it. But let me know in the comment section what you think about today's video. Do you think I really need to shut up about unpaid internship and it's not my business, or you think it's something that is a practice that should be stopped henceforth, not just in Nigeria but globally for organizations who do things like this? Hit me up in the comment section. I would love to know what you think, and I cannot wait to tell you guys how my exam went in a future video. But for now, I cannot also wait for you guys to see the revamped channel. Everything new, everything soft on Ijeoma Ucheibe. Keep it locked here. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and please subscribe to my channel. Share the good news abroad. I'll see you guys September.